Have you ever noticed how we're always told if we work hard enough, we dream big enough, that success will be inevitable to us? Maybe it's advice that comes from a good place and it used to be true at some point, but life has a different way of dealing with us in this regard. Success is not always guaranteed, and I think there are a lot of stories in life that kind of really prove this to us. There are some people who put in the most effort and it seems they get nothing out. There are some people who seems just to get lucky very quickly. I think the first thing to consider in this thing is success means different things for different people, because success is not always about wealth, fame, and all this. To some people, success looks very different. To some of them, it might be about achieving peace. It might be about a more holistic approach, becoming healthier. Because let's say you are maybe fat and you decide to go on a weight loss journey. This to you can be defined as a form of success. Now, it's just that for a lot of people, what they lack in their lives is money. So when you say success, a lot of people automatically jump to the financial aspect of things, but it's a very personal concept to everybody. Some people getting married can be termed success, but not for some. There are those who kind of see it like it's a form of you haven't made it. So success is a very personal thing. And it's defined very differently by different groups of people. It's not just a one blanket. Just for us to remember that life does not owe you anything, but in life I think always provides everything you need to try. I think it's a guru again who said that life has no meaning except the one you give to it. So when you look at it from that standpoint, then there's no really um, standard of measurement from which you can judge life. We all come with nothing and we will go with nothing. So whatever you do in between, you are sort of on the plus side anyway. But it's really a thing of for us to you create your own meaning, and you get in that space where you are not so worried about the arbitrary measurements that people try to attach to things based on different things. Because the person who has made money and the one who hasn't, death comes for us all. The person who has done and the person who has not done, it will happen anyway. But for you, is just to say, how do I do what is most meaningful to me? How do I commit my life and my energy and everything into something that is meaningful to me? And then I just do that and stay committed to that. Don't focus on the destination, focus on the journey. Because if you focus on the journey, you are always present, and there's always a possibility to learn. And you, as a result, whatever happens to you, you are always able to take something out. Because when you focus at the goal and at the end of the results, you are always going to miss everything else here. And as such, you don't really learn, but you dwell a lot on the results. Even though success is not guaranteed, I think there's a way for you to sort of create your own odds, if I can say. And this is a thing where I think Sadhguru said, to a person who is focused on something, right? To a person who is committed, there's no such thing as failure. We'll take, I think, a lot of examples from history. I think it's Shino Achebe, if I'm not mistaken. He said he wrote his first book at the age of 28. You hear of people like this, I think it's who? Walt Disney. He sort of created Walt Disney, I think the KFC guy, Colonel Sanders. These are people who sort of popped. Their businesses came to life when they were already like after retirement. And you see again stories of a lot of people, the Elon Musks of the world, who had companies almost collapse at different points in their life, but they never gave up. They never gave up. There's a famous story of Thomas Edison who tried, no, I think it said that 900 times, but like that last time that he tried the thing came through. So consistency, if you remain consistent in what you are doing, you remain persistent, then like success, you sort of create your own odds. To you, what you are trying to do will not be denied. Because a lot of us change direction too often. We One year you want to do this, the other time you want to do this. Every week you are changing your ideas as to where you want to take your life. And as such, it's like you are moving in circles, you never go anywhere. But if you are consistent, you are persistent, you keep pushing, you sort of create your own odds to such an extent that you become undeniable. You learn a lot more in your field because you keep pushing in that one direction until things budge. You never give up. So you create your own odds, because if you are committed to a cause, then there's no such thing as failure. It's just a matter of what can I do better, because your whole heart and your whole thing is into it. So from the point there I started with, that success is not guaranteed, right? Sometimes you do all these things, put in a lot of effort and get no results. So maybe you are thinking, so if it's not guaranteed, then why should I do it? Why should I even try? Why should I even try to study? Why should I even try to start a business? Why should I even try to do anything if none of it is guaranteed? But I would borrow from the words of Jim Rohn, who said that everyone should set a goal to become a millionaire, not for the money, but because of what you become in the process. So even when it comes to work, I think we should approach it the same. Don't, because a lot of us have this thing of being very goal oriented, and that means you are just looking at the finished result. You enroll in university and you are only waiting to graduate, and you neglect the process, because the process is the most important thing. Because the process of you getting that degree, this turns you into something else, it turns you into somebody else. The process of starting a business, even when the business does not succeed, but you are a different person now. The person who has gone through a failed business and the person who has never started a business are very different people. Financially, they might look like all of them are broke, but the other person is broke but in a better position, because they have put in effort that has turned them into somebody else. So you work hard and you put in the effort, not because of, you might succeed, but even if you don't, the person you become after you have put in the effort is something that is worth pursuing, something that is worth doing. So don't be these people that are goal oriented. I think it's in the Bhagavad Gita where it's always advised that focus on the action, focus on what you are doing, don't focus on the outcome. Because a lot of us try to be too focused on the outcome to the point that we lose the essence of being here and doing what we need to do now, because we are so focused on the thing that must come. So sometimes the result does not work in your favor, but you never lose the process, right? You never lose the experience of doing, because even when the result is failure, you have still learned. If you look at it from that standpoint of view, you are focusing on the everyday.